Have you ever wondered what actually makes a cat feel loved by you? Most owners think they're already doing everything right. You feed them, you pet them, you buy them toys, and you make sure they're comfortable. From the outside, it looks like a pretty good life. But here's the thing most people never realize. Behind all those everyday moments, there are a few simple things your cat is quietly hoping you'll do, and surprisingly, most owners never even think about them. And if you keep overlooking them, you might never experience the deepest level of trust your cat is actually ready to give you. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 things cats absolutely love, but owners rarely do. The first one is incredibly simple, and you can try it tonight, but make sure you stick around for the final one, because it's something almost everyone gets wrong every single day. 1. Sit on the floor at their level. Here's something surprisingly powerful you can do for your cat that costs nothing, takes almost no effort, and doesn't even require touching them. Just sit on the floor. Most of us interact with our cats from above. We stand over them, lean down to pet them, or reach for them from the couch. From our perspective, it feels normal, but from your cat's point of view, every human in the house is a giant towering over their world. Even when we're being loving, that height difference still creates a small layer of pressure in their instincts. Now think about what happens when you simply sit on the floor instead. Suddenly, you're not the giant anymore. Part of their environment. And here's the key part most owners miss. Don't call them, don't reach for them, and don't try to grab their attention. Just sit there quietly and exist in their space. To a cat, that moment sends a powerful signal. It says you're not trying to control them. You're not demanding interaction, you're simply sharing their world. And something interesting usually happens. At first, your cat might just watch you from across the room, but over time, you'll notice them slowly close the distance. Maybe they sit a few feet away, maybe they circle you once, and eventually, they might settle right beside you. Cat chooses to approach you like that, with no pressure and no invitation. It's one of the purest forms of trust they can offer, because in that moment, you made yourself small enough to meet them where they are. 2. Scratch the spots they secretly crave. Have you ever noticed your cat pushing their head hard into your hand in one spot, but pulling away the moment you move somewhere else? Most owners assume petting is simple. You run your hand down their back, maybe try a belly rub, maybe scratch wherever your hand happens to land. But to your cat, the location actually matters a lot. The places cats truly crave being scratched aren't random at all. They're the areas where their scent glands are concentrated around the cheeks, at the base of the ears, and right underneath the chin. These spots are part of how cats communicate with the world. You gently scratch along the cheeks or under the chin, something fascinating happens. Your cat begins releasing facial pheromones, tiny chemical signals that tell their brain this place is safe, familiar, and comfortable. That's why you'll often see them lean harder into your hand, close their eyes slowly, or start purring almost immediately. From your perspective, you're just giving them a nice scratch, but from your cat's perspective, something much deeper is happening. You're activating a biological response tied directly to trust and security. Those scent glands are the same ones cats use when they rub their face on furniture, doorways, and people they care about, marking the things that belong in their safe space. So when your cat presses their cheek into your hand and you gently scratch that exact spot, you're not just petting them, you're speaking one of the most instinctive comfort signals their brain understands. And to your cat, that moment says something very simple. This person feels like home. 3. Talk to them in short, soft phrases. Have you ever talked to your cat and suddenly felt like they were actually listening? Maybe they turned their head towards you, their ears tilted forward, and for a brief moment it almost looked like they understood every word you said. Most people assume that's just coincidence, but something interesting is actually happening. In 2022, researchers at the University of Paris studied how cats respond to human voices. What they discovered was surprisingly specific. Cats can clearly distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's, but only under one condition. The owner has to speak in a soft, slightly higher pitched tone. Owners spoke in their normal adult voice, the cats barely reacted. But the moment they switched to that warm, gentle tone, the same way people naturally talk to babies, the cats suddenly became attentive. They turned their heads, moved closer, and showed signs of recognition. In other words, your cat isn't just hearing noise, they're learning your voice as a signal. And over time, that voice becomes something powerful in their nervous system, a sound that means safety, familiarity, and comfort. That's why even simple phrases like, "Hey buddy," or "What are you doing?" can make your cat look up from across the room. It's not the words that matter, it's the tone. So the next time you pass your cat in the hallway, or they're sitting quietly on the couch, try speaking to them in short, soft phrases. You might notice their ears turn toward you almost instantly. And hey, if you're learning something new about your cat right now, take a second to hit like and subscribe so we can reach more people who want to understand their cats just like you do. 4. Offer food from your hand once in a while. Think about how most feeding routines work in a typical home. You scoop the food, pour it into the bowl, set it down on the floor, and walk away. Your cat comes over, eats, and that's the end of the interaction. It's efficient, it's routine, and most owners never question it. But here's what many people don't realize. By doing this every single day, you might be missing one of the most powerful bonding moments available between you and your cat. Because in the natural world, food isn't just nutrition, it's connection. When kittens are young, their mother doesn't simply leave food somewhere and disappear. She brings prey directly to them. The entire moment becomes part of a biological script that teaches safety, trust, and survival. That instinct never fully disappears, so when you occasionally offer a few pieces of kibble or a small treat from your open palm, you're tapping into something very old in your cat's brain. At first, they might approach cautiously. Their nose will twitch, their whiskers will move forward, and they'll take a moment to investigate your hand. But once they take that first bite, something subtle shifts. Your cat begins associating you directly with the act of providing. Not just the bowl, not just the routine, you. And it only takes a minute or two once in a while. That small moment speaks a language your cat's instincts have understood for thousands of years. A message that says something very simple. You're safe with me. I take care of you. 5. Let them hunt, not just chase. Have you ever waved a toy in front of your cat? They pounce once, and then suddenly walk away looking completely uninterested. Most owners assume their cat just got bored, but in many cases, your cat isn't bored at all. You're just accidentally skipping the most important part of the game. Cats are not built to endlessly chase things around the room. In nature, they are ambush predators. Their brains are wired for a very specific sequence. Stalk, crouch, pounce, catch. That final moment, the catch is everything. But when we play with our cats, we often move toys too quickly in the air where they can never actually grab them. Toy keeps escaping, the hunt never finishes, and eventually your cat simply gives up. Because to their instincts, the hunt failed. The trick is to slow everything down. Instead of waving the toy constantly, drag it along the floor. Let it disappear behind furniture. Make it freeze for a second. Then dart away like real prey would. You'll start to see your cat change instantly. Their body lowers to the ground, their tail becomes still, and their pupils widen as that ancient hunting instinct switches on. And here's the most important part. Eventually, let them win. Let them grab the toy. Let them bite it. Let them hold it in their paws for a few seconds. Cat completes that hunting cycle. Their brain releases a surge of dopamine that brings deep satisfaction and calm. To your cat, you didn't just entertain them, you helped them fulfill an instinct they were born with. And when the person who feeds them is also the one who lets them hunt successfully, that trust and connection grows even stronger. So at the end of the day, loving your cat isn't really about how many toys you buy or how full their food bowl is. It's about learning the quiet language they've been speaking all along. When you sit at their level, scratch the places that make them feel safe, speak in the voice they recognize, share food from your hand, and let them follow their natural instincts to hunt. You're doing something much deeper than taking care of a pet. You're showing your cat that they belong with you. And to a cat, that means everything. Because in their world, you're not just the human who lives in the house. You are safety, you are family, you are home. Now I'm curious, what's one thing your cat does that makes you feel like they truly trust you? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoy learning the hidden psychology behind cat behavior, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video.